Hi students, welcome back. So hope you are following all the lectures and reading the test. So in this session we'll discuss Grand Test 5. Okay, let us see the questions. See the question number 1. Set A is given, then the relation which is not transitive is. So we need a relation which is not transitive. Now what we studied is, when a relation R is said to be transitive, a relation R is said to be transitive if AB belongs to R and BC belongs to R, implies AC also belongs to R. Okay, when AB present, BC present, then we should have AC also in the relation. Then the relation is said to be transitive relation. Now we have to find which one is not a transitive relation. On the given set, A is 1, 2, 3. Okay. Now let us observe the options. See, first option we have 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 1. Okay. So let us take AB and BC. 1, 2 and 2, 3. So AB, BC present. Now what about AC? AC is 1, 3. So ordered pair 1, 3 is not present in this relation, but we have 3, 1. Okay. So 1, 3 is not present means this relation is not a transitive relation. Now we can observe the remaining options. 1, 2, 2, 1. AB, BC. AC is present 1, 1. Or I can take 2, 1, 1, 2. AB, BC. AC is 2, 2. That is also present. So this relation is transitive relation. Similarly, you can see 1, 3, 3, 1. 1, 1 is present. It is a transitive. 2, 3, 3, 2. 2, 2 present. 3, 2, 2, 3, 3, 3 present. So remaining all options, they are transitive relations. So only the first option, it is not a transitive relation. Okay. So the next question. The sum of series, we need to find the sum of this series. 1 into 3 square, 3 into 5 square, plus 5 into 7 square, up to 2n minus 1 into 2n plus 1 whole square. Okay. Now when the problem is in terms of n and options are also in terms of n. So for solving this type of problems, we will be using verification. Okay. Let us put some values for n and see that which option will be satisfied. Let us take n equal to 1. Let n equal to 1. So what is the left hand side value? N is 1 means 2 into 1, 2 minus 1, 1 into 3 square. So sum up to 1 into 3 square, that is 9. So left hand side is 9. Now in the options also we should get 9 whenever n is 1. So let us take n equal to 1 in the options. Verify from options. First option. Take n equal to 1. 1 by 3 into 6 plus 16 minus 9. So is it equal to 9? So here we have 7 plus 6. 13 by 3, which is not equal to 9. So first option is wrong. Second option, n is 1. 1 by 3 into 6 plus 16 minus 9 minus 6. So it is 7 by 3, which is also wrong. Third option, 1 by 3 into 6 plus 16 plus 9 minus 4. So here, what should we get? 5, 21, 27 by 3, which is 9. So it can be our answer. See the last option also. N is 1, 1 by 2 into 4 plus 1 minus 1. 4 by 2 is 2, but we need 9. So when n is 1, only one option is satisfying here, that is the third option. So required answer will be third option. Okay. See next question. Integrate 8 power 8 power 8 power x into 8 power 8 power x into 8 power x dx is. Now for solving this, we can see that 8 power 8 power 8 power x Okay, so if I take this as a t, its derivative terms will be present in this given integral. So let us make a substitution here. Let 8 power 8 power 8 power x is equal to t. Now differentiate this and write this integral in terms of t. Differentiate 8 power 8 power 8 power x. I'll take this as a power f of x square. Okay, so this is the derivative 8 power 8 power 8 power x into log 8 into derivative of 8 power 8 power x is equal to derivative of t is dt. Again differentiate this 8 power 8 power x into log 8 derivative of 8 power 8 power x. Again it is 8 power 8 power x into log 8 into derivative of 8 power x. Again we can write as 8 power x into log 8 dx is equal to dt. So the required term 8 power 8 power 8 power x into 8 power 8 power x 8 power x dx can be written as log 8 log 8 log 8 1 by log 8 whole cube into dt. So the given integral can be written as integral. So this total term we can replace with dt by log x log 8 whole cube. So which is 1 by log 8 whole cube is constant. We can write outside. Integral dt is t plus c. So what is t we have taken? T we have taken 8 power 8 power 8 power x divided by log 8 whole cube plus. So this will be the required answer. That is the third option. Okay. Let us see next question. The inequality represents which of the following interval? So some inequality is given. Now we have to find this represents which of the following interval. So let us solve this and find the interval. Now 4x minus 3 greater than or equal to 10x minus 1 divided by 3. So first we will multiply 3. Multiplication of positive quantity, inequality remains the same. So multiply 3, inequality remains same. So 3 into 4x minus 3 greater than or equal to 10x minus 1 multiply 12x minus 9 greater than or equal to 10x minus 1. So rearrange, bring 10x this side, 9 this side. 12x minus 10x, 2x greater than or equal to minus 10 will become plus 9. 9 minus 1 is 8. Divide 2. Again dividing positive quantity, inequality remains same. So x greater than or equal to 4. X greater than or equal to 4 means 4 or more. So x belongs to 4 to infinite. Infinite always open. Because of equality, we can include 4 also. So x belongs to closed interval 4 to infinite. So required answer is fourth option. Let us see next question. The number of ways in which 5 boys and 5 girls can sit in a room so that all the girls sit together. Now 5 boys and 5 girls are given. Now we need arrangements where all the 5 girls want to sit together. So some objects are to be together means we'll take that objects as a group as one object. So take this group of 5 girls as one object. Okay, so we have 5 boys and 5 girls are given. So when some objects wants to occur together, let's take that group as one object. So this 5 girls will consider it as one object. Now we have to arrange this with the remaining objects. So we have 5 boys and group of 5 girls as one object. So this total number of objects now 6 objects. So total objects is 6. Now these 6 objects can be arranged in how many ways? Number of arrangements is 6 objects can be arranged in 6 places. In how many ways? It is 6 factorial ways. After arranging this, now we can consider the internal arrangement of girls. Okay, so internally the girls can sit in any way. So these 5 girls can be internally arranged. So internally, in how many ways we can arrange 5 girls? In 5 factorial ways. Okay, so total is 6 factorial ways. Internally we can arrange the girls in 5 factorial ways. So total is 6 factorial into 5 factorial. Here 5 factorial because internal arrangement of girls is 5 factorial ways. Okay, so that's why we are multiplying these two. So multiply these two. 6 factorial is 720. 5 factorial is 120. 2 zeros. 12 2s are 24. 12 7s are 84. 86. So we will get 86,400 number of arrangements. So first option will be correct. Okay. See the next question. The equation of a parabola with vertex at origin 0, 0, axis along x-axis and passing through the point 5 by 3, 10 by 3 is. So we need a parabola whose vertex is at origin. So vertex at origin means it is in the standard form. So we studied 4 standard form of parabolas: right sided, left sided, upward and downward parabolas. Now in that axis is along x-axis. So axis along x-axis means we studied axis along x-axis vertex at origin. So maybe it is right sided or left sided parabola. So one of these two is required because given that axis is along the x-axis. So for these two we know axis is along the x-axis and it is passing through the point 5 by 3, 10 by 3. We can see that the point where it lies, x is positive, y positive. So the point lies in first quadrant. Point lies in first quadrant means required parabola is a right sided parabola. Okay. So since parabola is passing through that point, so we cannot take left sided parabola because left sided parabola lies in the second and third quadrants. But given point is in the first quadrant. So required parabola is right sided parabola passes through the point 5 by 3, 10 by 3. And in this, what is the standard form of right sided parabola? You know, y square equal to 4ax. Okay, so required parabola is of the form y square equal to 4ax. Now you can see the options. All 3 options are in this form: y square equal to 4ax. If only one option is in that form, now without solving we can go for that option. But here all the 3 options are in terms of y square equal to 4ax. Now to solve it. Now for finding a value here, the point is given passes through 5 by 3, 10 by 3, which passes through 5 by 3, 10 by 3 implies. So the parabola is passing through the point means the point must be satisfied by the parabola. So let's substitute y square 10 by 3 whole square equal to 4a into x 5 by 3. Now solving this we can find what is 4a value. So 100 by 9. 4a into 5 by 3. 3 we can cancel. 5 we can cancel 20 times. So 4a value is 20 by 3. We can find a value also. But here 4a is needed. So therefore parabola is y square equal to 4a into x. 4a is 20 by 3 into x. So second option will be correct. Okay. So let us see next question. The lines. So two lines are given in 3D. Now these two lines are, options are given parallel, intersecting, skew at right angles. So how to check that the lines are parallel or right angles or the intersecting or skew lines? So first what we check is, easily we can check are they parallel or right angles. It is based on the DRs. So based on the DRs we can see. So first line is in the form x minus x1 by a1, y minus y1 by b1, z minus z1 by c1. So what are DRs of first line here? DRs of L1 are, that is 1, 2, 3. Next DRs of second line. DRs of second line 2, 2, minus 2. So we can check about parallel and perpendicularity of two lines easily based on the DRs. So if DRs are like this, A1 by A2 equal to B1 by B2 is equal to C1 by C2. If the ratio of DRs are proportional, then the lines are parallel. Lines are parallel when the ratio of DRs are proportional. See, are they proportional? 1 by 2, 2 by 2. Are they equal? They are not equal. So they are not parallel. First option can be eliminated. Now second option we can verify easily, that is at right angles. Now two lines are at right angles or perpendicular. If A1 A2 plus B1 B2 plus C1 C2 is 0, then lines are perpendicular. Now see that is A1 A2 plus B1 B2 plus C1 C2 0. 1 into 2 plus 2 into 2 plus 3 into minus 2. So you can see that 2 plus 4 minus 6, which is 0. So this condition is satisfying, means the lines are at right angles. Okay. So this is how we can check parallel and perpendicular. Suppose if they are not parallel, they are not perpendicular, then we see for skew lines, intersecting lines. Now that will be based on distance between skew lines. Okay. So we assume that these lines are skew lines. So let us find the distance between these two. If there exists some distance, the lines are skew lines. If the distance is 0, so distance is 0 means the lines are intersecting. So lines are intersecting means we can go for second option. Okay. So first we check for parallel, perpendicular. In that case they are neither. Then we take distance between these two lines by using the distance between skew lines. If there exists some distance, the lines are skew lines. If the distance comes out to be 0, you can say that lines are intersecting. Okay. Now let's see next question. Matrix A is given and I is given. Then the value of K, so that A square equal to Ka minus 2I is. So let's solve this equation. A square equal to Ka minus 2I. So first we need A square value. See what is A square value here? A into A, 3 minus 2, 4 minus 2 into 3 minus 2, 4 minus 2. So A square is 9 minus 8, 1, minus 6 plus 4, minus 2, 12 minus 8, 4, minus 8 plus 4, minus 4. This is A square. So A square equal to Ka minus 2I. So So we can write 1 minus 2, 4 minus 4 is equal to k into a. Multiply scalar k to a. That is 3k minus 2k, 4k minus 2k minus 2 into I. Multiply 2 to identity matrix 2 0 0 2. So equating the corresponding components. Equating the corresponding components. So here 1 equal to 3k minus 2. You have to subtract these two first, then you have to equate. Otherwise, you take the difference and equate. So 1 equal to 3k minus 2, minus 2 equal to minus 2k minus 0, 4 equal to 4k minus 0, minus 4 equal to minus 2k minus 2. Now we have to solve this. So solve any one of the equation, we will get the answer same. So solving any one of this, 3k is 3, so k will be 1. So required k value is 1. So that a square will be equal to ka minus 2y. Okay. So the next question. If a is given, then a plus a dash equal to I. If the value of alpha is. So we need alpha value so that a plus a dash is equal to I. So by solving that equation a plus a dash equal to I, we can get what is the alpha value. So what is a plus a dash equal to I? This is given. A is cos alpha minus sin alpha cos alpha plus a dash. What is the transpose of this? Interchanging rows and columns. It is cos alpha sin alpha minus sin alpha cos alpha is equal to I. Identity matrix we take 1 0 0. So solve it, adding 2 cos alpha 0 0, 2 cos alpha is equal to identity matrix 1 0 0. So equating the corresponding elements, 2 cos alpha is 1, 0 equal to 0, 0 equal to 0, 2 cos alpha equal to 1. So same equation we get. Solving this, cos alpha is 1 by 2, so alpha is 5 by 3. So second option will be correct. So the next question. The value of determinant is. So determinant is given, that to find its value. So one thing we can do is either verify or directly we can solve. Let us see first the verification method. Now determinant is given in terms of x, y, z. Options are also in terms of x, y, z. Okay. So here what we do is, one verification we can do is, let us take all three values as equal, x equal to y equal to z. So one method is, let x equal to y equal to z equal to some lambda. Let us say that all three values are equal. So what will be left hand side determinant we get? Determinant is 2x or 2 lambda we can take. 2 lambda, 2 lambda, 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 0, 0, 0. Now we can see that all the elements of third row are zeros. So the value of determinant is 0. So left hand side is 0 by taking all three values as equal. Now substitute all three values as equal and equal to lambda in the options and see which option gives us 0. First option is 0, it can be answered. Here we get 3 lambda cube whole cube, 2 into 3 lambda whole cube, 2 into 3 lambda whole square. So only one option giving answer as 0 is first option. Okay. So for solving this type of determinants, Usually we take the verification first by taking all values as equal. If more than one satisfies, then we take some different values and see which option will be satisfied. Okay, this is one method. Another method is solving directly. How to solve directly? To simplify determinant, we'll be using the properties of determinant. Okay, so let us use the properties of determinant. Another method by solving directly. Now see the determinant here: x plus y, x minus y. Okay, so what I do is I'll add first and third rows. Okay, adding first and third rows, here y will be eliminated, z is eliminated, x is eliminated. Okay, so in given determinant, apply the operation r1 as r1 plus r2. Okay, I'll apply the operation r1 as r1 plus r3. So applying that operation, what will be the determinant we can write? R1 is R1 plus R3. So it will be 2x, 2y, 2z, xyz, x minus y, y minus z, z minus x. This is the given element. Now we can see that first row and the second row, they are proportional. Okay, ratio of elements is same, so they are proportional. If any two rows or columns are proportional, so the value of determinant is always 0. So here R1 is proportional to R2, so delta will be 0. So given determinant value is 0. Okay, so follow any method. Easier method will be by verification. Okay, so this method will be more easy. Let us see next question. ABD are given versus of triangle whose area is 3 square units. Then the value of K is. So versus of triangle are given and then the area is given. Now we have to find the K value. So what is the formula for area of triangle? Area of triangle, delta is 1 by 2 determinant of x1, y1, 1, x2, y2, 1, x3, y3, 1. Okay, value of the area of triangle is given by 1 by 2 determinant of x1, y1, 1, x2, y2, 1, x3, y3, 1. Okay, so let's solve this. Area is given 3, so 3 equal to 1 by 2 determinant, so it is 1, 3, 1, 0, 0, 1, K 0, 1. Okay, let us solve this. Now area is 3 square units means this is determinant. Now determinant value may be positive or may be negative. Okay, determinant can be positive or negative, but area cannot be negative. So that's why whenever we are taking the area, so we have to take its modulus. Okay, so modulus of this value is 3 means this value can be plus or minus 3 we have to take. Okay, so modulus of this area is 3 means the area value can be 3 or minus 3. So that is 3 or minus 3. Area cannot be negative, so we have to take it as positive value only. So its value is plus or minus 3. So solving plus or minus 6 is equal to expanding the determinant. Expanding, I'll expand along the second row because here we have more number of zeros. So expanding along the second row, so 0, 0, 1 into, delete the row and column. So we have 0 minus 3k. So plus or minus 6 is minus 3k. So k will be plus or minus 2. Okay, so the given answer is plus or minus 2. Let us see next question. If A bar, B bar are two vectors such that magnitude of A bar is given, magnitude of B bar is given, and magnitude of a plus b is also given. Then the angle between vectors a bar and b bar is. So we need the angle between the vectors a bar and b bar. So just take that a bar and b bar. Suppose theta is the angle between these two vectors. Now given magnitude of a bar plus b bar is root 7. Magnitude of a plus b is given square root of 7. Now we have to solve this. Let us square on both sides. So magnitude of a plus b whole square is 7. Now what is the magnitude of a plus b whole square? You know, magnitude of a square plus magnitude of b square plus 2 times a bar dot b bar. Okay, so expansion we know. Magnitude of a is given 3 root 3. So what is 3 root 3 whole square? 9 into 3, 27. Magnitude of b square 16. 2 times a bar dot b bar. That is magnitude of a, magnitude of b into cos theta. Where theta is the angle between a bar and b bar. So solving this, so we'll get 43 plus 2 into magnitude of a is 3 root 3, magnitude of b is 4 into cos theta is equal to 7. So solving this, 24 root 3 cos theta is equal to, what will you get, minus 36, right? So 6 we can cancel, 6 times 6 4s are 3 2s are 3 3s are. So cos theta is minus 3 by 2 root 3. So we get cos theta is minus root 3 by 2. Cos theta minus root 3 by 2 means root 3 by 2 we can enter cos of 5 by 6. So cos theta is cos of 5 minus 5 by 6. So which is 5 pi by 6. So theta is 5 pi by 6. Or we can take 150 degrees. So we can take the first option. Okay. So solving magnitude of a plus b by squaring and substituting magnitude of a, magnitude of b, simplifying we will get cos theta value. Okay. So here theta is 150 degrees or 5 pi by 6. Suppose if this option is not there, in case 150 degrees is not there, then we take the acute angle between the two lines. So acute angle means cos is positive. So we take cos theta is root 3 by 2. So theta will be 30 degrees or 5 by 6. So in case this option is not there, then we can take 30 degrees or 5 by 6 as answer. Okay. So the next question. A unit vector perpendicular to both these vectors is. We need a unit vector perpendicular to both the vectors. Let us take the first vector as a bar I plus j plus k and b bar is 2i plus j plus 3k. Now for these two vectors, we need a unit vector perpendicular to both. Now first see that which vector is perpendicular to both a bar and b bar. We know that a bar cross b bar is vector perpendicular to both a bar and b bar. So here first we will find a bar cross b bar. Okay, that is the vector which is perpendicular to both a bar and b bar. So let us find a bar cross b bar. We know how to find a cross b using determinant I, j, k. Components of first vector 1 1 1. Components of second vector 1 2 3 2 1 3. So let us simplify this. I into 3 minus 1 2 2y minus j into deleting row and column 3 minus 2 1, so minus j k into 1 minus 2 minus 3. So this vector will be perpendicular to both a bar and b bar. Now we need a unit vector. So required unit vector is a bar cross b bar divided by its magnitude. Okay, this is the unit vector required. So 2i minus j minus k divided by root of is 6. So 2i minus j minus k divided by root 6. So actually I will take plus or minus. Okay, so maybe plus or minus we can take. So these are the two unit vectors we can get. So from the options we can see third option will be correct. Okay. So the next question. If limit extends to a power x minus x power a divided by x power x minus a power a is minus 1, then what is the a value? So options are given a values. So limit value is given as minus 1. Using that we have to find what is the a value. So let us solve the limit. Limit extends to a power x minus x power a divided by x power x minus a power a is minus 1. So solve it. Substitute the limit extends to a and see what value we get. When x is a power a minus a power a 0, a power a minus a power a. It is 0 by 0 form. So which is indeterminate. Now to eliminate this indeterminate form, we can apply L'Hospital rule. So applying L'Hospital rule. By applying L'Hospital rule, derivative of numerator divided by derivative of denominator. So this derivative of a power x into log a minus derivative of x power a into x power a minus 1 divided by derivative of x power x, variable power very good. Now in logarithmic differentiation we study the derivative of x power x. So it is x power x into 1 plus log a, 1 plus log x minus derivative of a power a is constant, so derivative will be 0 is equal to minus 1. Now substitute x equal to a, so it is a power a into log a minus a power a minus 1 into a, it is a power a into 1 plus log a, substituting x as a is equal to minus 1. Now a power a we can take common and cancel. So log a minus 1 divided by 1 plus log a is equal to minus 1. Let's solve this. Log a minus 1 is equal to minus 1 minus log. So minus 1 will get cancelled. Arrange on one side. 2 log a is 0. So log a will be 0. Log a is 0 means a value is 1. So required a value must be 1. Then only the limit value is minus 1. Let's see next question. The value of limit theta tends to 0, tan theta minus sin theta divided by theta cube is. Limit theta tends to 0, tan theta minus sin theta divided by theta cube is. Now here what will is, let us take tan theta common, because if you take theta 0, so theta 0 means tan 0 0 sin 0 0 divided by 0. So we have 0 by 0 form. Now that is indeterminate. So we can apply L'Hospital rule. but applying LHospital rule will be lengthy because we know denominator theta cube means you have to differentiate 3 times. So differentiating 3 times will be lengthy. So that's why I'll take tan theta common in numerator. So if I take tan theta common, what will be remaining? Tan is common. So here remaining is 1 minus, here remains cos theta divided by theta cube. I can write as divided by theta into theta square. When theta tends to 0, tan theta by theta is 1. Theta tends to 0, tan theta by theta is 1. And theta tends to 0, 1 minus cos theta by theta square is 1 by 2. That is also a standard result which we will be using more. So we can remember the result. 1 minus cos theta by theta square when theta tends to 0 is 1 by 2. So required answer is 1 by 2. Third option will be correct. See next question. If f of x is given, then f of x is, options are given, continuous, discontinuous at some points. So f of x is x square minus 4 divided by x minus 1. Okay, so this is a function given. Then this function is continuous or discontinuous. Now we have to check the continuity and discontinuity of this function. So how can I use f of x? X square minus 4 means we can write x minus 2 into x plus 2 divided by x minus 1. Now this function is not defined at x equal to 1, okay, which is not defined. For x equal to 1, this function is not defined. Now except x equal to 1, any other point we take, the function is defined. And you can observe moreover it is a rational function. So rational function defined for all values where except denominator is 0. Okay. So when x is 1, the function is not defined. So at x equal to 1, function not defined means function will not be continuous. That we can say. So here f of x is discontinuous and x equal to 1. So when x is 1, the function not defined. So we can say function is not continuous at this point. Now except x equal to 1, any other point we take, so is the function defined or not? Function is always defined, and it is a rational function means the function is always continuous wherever the function is defined here. So except x equal to 1, now remaining at all points the function will be continuous. So therefore f of x is continuous for all x belongs to r minus. Now from this you can see the options. It is continuous at x equal to 2, so it is correct. Discontinuous at x equal to 2, this is wrong because we know continuous for all x belongs to r minus 1. Discontinuous at 0, this is also wrong. Discontinuous at 4, this is also wrong. So only option correct we can take is continuous at 2. Not only continuous at 2, it is continuous everywhere except at x equal to 1. Okay. So the next question. The slope of tangent to the curve x by a power 2 by 3, y by b whole power 2 by 3 equal to 1 at the point a cos cube theta, b sin cube theta is. Now we need the slope of tangent to this curve. Now we know that the slope of tangent is given by dy by dx, it is the derivative of the function. Okay. Slope of tangent, it is given by dy by dx. So given curve is x by a whole power 2 by 3 plus y by b whole power 2 by 3 is equal to 1. So let's differentiate this and then substitute the point, then we get the slope of the tangent. So differentiate on both sides with respect to x. So derivative of x by a whole power 2 by 3 is 2 by 3 into x by a power 2 by 3 minus 1. It is minus 1 by 3 into derivative of x by a. So this derivative of x by a is 1 by a. Derivative of y by b power 2 by 3. So it is 2 by 3 into y by b power minus 1 by 3 into 1 by b into y dash. Derivative of 1 will be 0. 2 by 3 we can take common and divide 0. So it is 1 by a into x by a power minus 1 by 3, 1 by b into y by b power minus 1 by 3 into y dash is equal to 0. So rearranging, what we get y dash as minus 1 by a, now b will go to right side. So it is b by a, y by b power 1 by 3 divided by x by a power 1 by 3. Okay. Rearranging, this is what we get, derivative minus b by a into y by b power 1 by 3 divided by x by a power 1 by 3. Now we need the slope of tangent at the point, so at point a cos cube theta, b sin cube theta is, so dy by dx is given by slope of tangent m, so minus b by a, y by b, b is y is b sin cube theta, so it is b will get cancelled, sin cube over 1 by 3. So let us write one more step, b sin cube theta divided by b over 1 by 3 divided by a cos cube theta divided by a over 1 by 3. So the slope of tangent m is given by minus b by a, here b cancelled and here a cancelled, sin cube power 1 by 3 sin theta divided by cos cube power 1 by 3 is cos theta. So required slope is minus b by a into tan theta. Okay. So first option will be correct. Okay. Now see the next question. At what value of an angle the rates of change of sine and tangent of the same angle are equal? So to find the angle at which the rates of change of sine and tangent are same. Okay, for the same angle. So just take for same angle sine and tan. So just take sine theta and tan theta. So what they given is rate of change of d by dt of sin t. Suppose angle we are taking t. So d by dt of sin t is same as d by dt of tan t. Okay. So at what angle t the rate of change of sin and tan are equal. So we know rate of change means derivative. So d by dt of sin t is equal to d by dt of tan t. Solving this we can find t. Derivative of sin t is cos t. Derivative of tan t is secant square t. 1 by cos square. So cos cube t is equal to 1. Cos t is 1. T is cos t is 1. So t we can take 0, 2 pi, 4 pi and so on. Not only one angle. Now we can take many angles. Options are given in terms of n. So we need general solution. So 0, 2 pi, 4 pi and so on. These are even multiples of pi. So t equal to 2n pi where n belongs to z. Okay. So don't take odd multiples. For odd multiples of pi, cos is minus 1. But we need plus 1 here. That's why we are taking only the even multiples of pi. So required answer is first option is correct. Let's see the next question. Among the rectangles of a given perimeter, the rectangle with the maximum area is such that its sides are in the ratio of. So we are given the rectangles. Among the rectangles of a given perimeter. So perimeter is given means it is fixed. Okay. Suppose x is the length, y is the width of rectangle. So the given that its perimeter is given. So 2 times of x plus y is given means it is some constant k. Then maximum area is such that its sides are in the ratio. So the area of this rectangle is maximum. What is the area of rectangle? xy is maximum. Now we have to find the ratio of sides. What is x is to y? Okay. Now see that x plus y is k by 2, some constant. So here we can take 2 times x plus y is k means we can take x plus y is k by 2, which is also some constant. So x plus y is constant, xy is maximum. So what about the x and the y values? So one formula we studied. What is the formula? If x plus y is equal to constant and x power m into y power n is maximum. Okay, x plus y is some constant and the product x power m into y power n is maximum when x is m by m plus n into c, y is n by m plus n into c. Okay, so this formula we studied and it is useful for solving this type of models. Okay, so just remember formula. So when x and y values are this much, then we can say that x power m into y power n is maximum. Okay, so applying this formula, now we can see x plus y is some constant, which will be k or c by 2, and given that xy is maximum, so m is 1, n is 1. So here x is, so what will be x value? 1 by 1 plus 1, 2 into c. Y is 1 by 2 into c. So x is 1 by 2c, y is also 1 by 2c. So what is the ratio? X is to y is 1 is to 1. Okay, when they are equal, then only the area of this rectangle will be maximum. According to this condition, xy is the maximum. Okay, so required answer is first option. Okay, you have to remember this formula. So based on this, not only xy is maximum, sometimes it will be given x square y cube is maximum. Then we can find x and y values. Okay. So the next question. The value of integral tan power 4x dx is. So to integrate tan power 4x. Integral tan power 4x dx. So tan power 4 we can write as tan square into tan square. Okay, it is written as tan square x into tan square x dx. Now one tan square I write in terms of secant square because derivative of tan is secant square. So it is tan square x into tan square x secant square minus 1 into dx. Multiply. So integral tan square x into secant square x minus tan square x dx. Now see the first integral, tan square into secant square. The rate of tan is in secant square. So it is in the form fx power n into f dash x. So this integral fx power n into f dash x, f of x power n plus 1 by n plus 1 minus integral tan square. Integral tan square directly we don't know. So again write it as in terms of secant square. Secant square minus 1. So tan cube x divided by 3 minus integral secant square is tan minus into minus plus integral 1 is x plus. Okay, so just write tan in terms of secant and apply the formulas. So required answer tan cube by 3 minus tan x plus x plus. First option is correct. So the next question. The value of integral sin x by 9 minus cos square x dx is. Now clearly we can see that derivative of cos is minus sign which is present in the numerator. So in this given integral, let us take cos x as t. So minus sin x dx is dt. So sin x dx is minus dt. So given integral can be written as integral minus dt divided by 9 means we can write 3 square minus cos square is t square. So minus of integral 1 by 3 square minus t square dt. It is in the form 1 by a square minus x square. So minus what is the formula for integral 1 by a square minus x square? It is 1 by 2a log mod a plus x by a minus x, 3 plus t by 3 minus t plus. Okay, 1 by 2a log mod a plus x by a minus x plus c. So it is minus 1 by 6 log mod 3 plus cos x divided by 3 minus cos x plus. So we don't have option in the form minus 1 by 6. Okay, so let's take the minus to the power of log. So 1 by 6 log 3 plus cos 3 minus cos 4 minus 1 plus. So taking reciprocal, power minus 1 means 3 minus cos by 3 plus cos plus. So required answer 1 by 6 log mod 3 minus cos by 3 plus cos. Okay. Let us see next question. The value of sin inverse x minus cos inverse x divided by sin inverse x plus cos inverse x is. Now if you see the options, most of options are in terms of sin inverse. Okay, so let us first simplify this. Now you can see that denominator is, observe denominator sin inverse x plus cos inverse x is always pi by 2. Numerator sin inverse x minus cos inverse x. Let us convert this in terms of only one function. Okay, to integrate that, I will convert this in terms of only sin inverse. Now get cos inverse as pi by 2 minus sin inverse x. Okay. Now simplifying it. So we get 2 by pi integral 2 sin inverse x 2 by pi integral 2 sin inverse x minus pi by 2 dx. Multiplying 4 integral of sin inverse x dx. Okay, 4 by pi 4 by pi sin inverse x integral pi by 2 2 by pi will get cancelled minus 1 dx. Okay, writing separately. So it is 4 by pi integral of sin inverse x. Now integral of sin inverse, directly we can write or take second function as 1 and apply by parts. Okay, so write the direct formula x into sin inverse x plus root of 1 minus x square. Okay, integral of sin inverse x is x into sin inverse x plus root of 1 minus x square. Next, minus integral 1 is x plus. So required answer 4 by pi into x sin inverse x plus root of 1 minus x square minus x. First option will be correct. Okay. So you can remember formula for integral sin inverse x into sin inverse plus root of 1 minus x square, or here take second function as 1 and apply by parts. Within 2 steps we will get the answer. Let's see next question. Lattice rectum of an ellipse is equal to the distance between their foci, hence its eccentricity is. Now in case of ellipse, suppose this is the ellipse, thing is given means we will take in the standard form. Now in this ellipse, the standard form, x square by a square plus y square by b square equal to 1. Lattice rectum of ellipse. Suppose these are foci, f and f dash are foci, and it's a lattice rectum. So given lattice rectum is equal to distance between foci, that is f dash. Now solving this, we have to find what is the eccentricity of the ellipse. Now in case of ellipse in this standard form, what is the length of lattice rectum? We know 2b square by a. Distance between foci is 2ae. Distance between the foci is 2ae. So always 2 cancel. So b square equal to a square into e. And for the first form of ellipse, what is b square? We know a square into 1 minus b square is a square e. So a square cancel. So rearranging, a square plus b minus 1 will be 0. This is quadratic. So let's solve it. E is minus b plus or minus root of b square minus 4ac divided by 2e. A is 1. So minus 1 plus or minus root 5 divided by 2. Now out of these two plus or minus, which one we have to take? Minus 1 plus root 5 by 2. Or e is minus 1 minus root 5 by 2. Out of these two, you can see that in second part, minus 1 minus root 5 by 2, this is negative, negative. So here e we get a negative, but eccentricity cannot be negative for ellipse. Okay, so e value must be minus 1 plus root 5 by 2. So you can take the second option is correct. Okay. So next question. Integral from 3 to 6 root x divided by 9 square root of 9 minus x plus root x dx. So definite integral is given. Integral from 3 to 6. Okay. Let us take this as first integral. Let I equal to that integral. Now limits are from a to b type. So applying the property integral a to b. So the same integral from 3 to 6. Apply the property from a to b. So this a to b property, root of a plus b minus x. So replace x with a plus b minus x. Root of 9 minus 3 plus 6 minus x. Square root of 3 plus 6 minus x. Applying the property integral a to b. So this is 3 to 6 root of 9 minus x. 9 will get cancelled. Minus into minus is plus x. Square root of 9 minus x. So this is after applying property, and this is before applying property. Thus you can see that in these two the denominator is same. So we can add numerators. So adding 1 and 2. I plus I is 2I. Integral from 3 to 6. Denominator is same, so we can add numerator. Denominator is root x plus root of 9 minus 6. So numerator also root x plus root of 9 minus 6. So whatever the value will get cancelled. So 2I is integral from 3 to 6, 1 dx, x from 3 to 6. So 2I is 6 minus 3, 3. So I will be 3 by. Okay. Just apply the definite integral property, integral from a to b, and before applying, after applying, add this two integrals. Next question is I1 is given integral from 0 to pi by 2 x into sin x dx. I2 is given integral from 0 to pi by 2 x into cos x dx. Then which of the following is the true? So we have to form relation between I1 and I2. See the options are given in terms of relation between I1 and I2. Okay. So let us take one of the integral and write in terms of the other integral. So here I1 is 0 to pi by 2 x into sin x dx. Now apply the property integral 0 to a. So 0 to a property is a minus x pi by 2 minus x into sin of pi by 2 minus x dx. After applying the property integral 0 to a, simplify. Pi by 2 minus x integral sin of pi by 2 minus x will be cos x here. Now multiply integral 0 to pi by 2 into cos x minus x into cos x dx. And trying to write I1 in terms of I2 here. Or you can take I2 and write in terms of I1. So I1 is pi by 2 is constant, right outside. Integral 0 to pi by 2 cos x dx minus integral 0 to pi by 2 x cos x dx is nothing but I2. So this is I2. Now bring this side. I1 plus I2 is pi by 2 into integral of cos is sin x from 0 to pi by 2. So sin limits this one. So I1 plus I2 will be pi by. So required answer is I1 plus I2 is pi by 2. Okay. So the next question. The area of ellipse x square by 25 plus y square by 16 is equal to 1 is. So for solving this, we should know the formula. Area bounded by ellipse x square by a square plus y square by b square equal to 1 is. Area bounded by the standard ellipse x square by a square y square by b square equal to 1 is pi ab square x. Okay. So according to this formula, so required area is pi ab. So pi into a square is 25. So a will be 5. B square is 16. B is 4. So required area is 25 square meters. So second option will be correct. Okay. So let's stop our discussion here. So next class will continue. Okay.